Good day and welcome back to another week of Talking Technical. And well, it looks like that the world is not worried about the war anymore in Iran. Um, America is still rumbling around, shooting a few shots, um, killing a lot of people. And of course, Iran, on the other hand, is saying, listen, we're not keen on this negotiation. We do sign, but we are not happy. But the one thing for sure is that Brent oil is coming back, and it's coming back with a vengeance. But if I look at this chart, there's a little gap here. And I was wondering if this gap will close, because this was the gap that opened when that news broke that America attacked Iran. Now, this gap closed at, can you believe it, at $74.01. Let's call it 74. Well, it went down all the way. It did close this gap. So now we look at two things. We look at a oversold stochastic. We look at a beautiful falling wedge. If I draw that in, and this is now for um, traders that believe, or technical investors that believe, that say, listen, this war in America is far from over between America and Iran, and maybe oil can move back up. And there's some people saying that oil can go, if problems really starts to develop, problem oil can go to $140. Now, well, we're at the bottom end of this falling wedge. I know a lot of traders that will nibble around here because the stochastic is quite low. Remember, this is Brent. But I will look at something else. I will say, listen, let's at least get something going here before we just get excited about it, because we see all the way lower highs. We've got a gap there. We've got a gap there. And maybe we can close these gaps if the oil price really starts to go. Now, where's the first sign of weakness in the oil price so that it can go higher, or strength? That will be above $77.76. Remember, this is the spot Brent crude oil price chart, and this is a daily chart, and there's your 50-day moving average. So above $77.76, you will see your first sign of strength inside this falling wedge. But this wedge will only break to the upside. It will probably break when it gets this level, 81.87. So if you are keen on oil and you want to take a small position, maybe take a tiny little position here, make use of this stop loss to protect your capital at $70.88. But if it gets above 77, 76, you will see that some of the serious buyers will start to say, whoa, something is happening in oil. It wants to give us maybe a higher low, and we must stand closer. And of course, where's the gaps? There's the one gap is sitting between $86.86, and that will close at $87.63. And then we've got another one here at the top, and that one sits between 102.12, and that will close at 102.67. So it's a tiny little gap here at the top, but we've seen now in the past that oil tends to close gaps. First of all, this one, I was quite surprised that it can come back. Yes, it did come back. There was quite a few others. There was a gap, it got closed. All the way you can see that the price in Brent oil tends to close gaps when it's going up. And of course, where can we go? There's the 50-day moving average. I will actually say that we can go maybe back to this 50-day moving average, and that sits at $96.25. So really, let's hope that does not happen, because that will put petrol pump prices under pressure. Let's have a look at then SB oil, because some of the local guys will say, listen, we want to get involved in SB oil. And what do we see? A classic waterfall formation, a oversold position. And where will my first sign of strength be? I'll also take it a little bit higher. And why do I do that? That was first a support, then it turned into a resistance. I at least wants to get this line back into a support, because then I know the trend wants to swing up. Uh, to buy above 27 Rand 44, make use of your stop loss of 25 Rand 96. And where can it go to? It will probably maybe approach this gap. There's another gap there to the top, but let's give you the gaps, then it can maybe close. That will be between 29.10, and that gap will close at 30.32. And then we've got this other gap to the top, and that is between 31.50, and that will probably close. Oh, there's the gap right at the top. It will close at 32.76. So yes, you can nibble. Where's your stop loss? Let's give you a little bit of a I'm going to give you a little bit. Well, there's your stop loss. It's quite clear. 25.96 that you can use there as your stop loss, because it touched twice there, so it can easily maybe surprise you and bounce from there. So what is our next one? I mean, Nike. I was a keen Comrades athlete many years ago. I also ran in some Nike shoes in my life. Fantastic. In actual fact, I still wear them because I do a lot of walking in them. But can you believe it that this top counter just going down, it took its new low out the other day? That is negative. Let's just show you. There's the low. I thought that this low can maybe hold up, because every time that you see there's a little bit of an oversold situation, it does give us a bounce. But boy, oh boy, now we're below this. So I'm a little bit nervous. I will say don't even touch the share until this line turns into a support. And that support will only turn into a proper support above $41.47. So I think at the moment, although it is a top company, although the brand name has a wonderful name behind it, many years of wonderful business. I mean, it was just the other day, last year, August, it was around $78. Now it's trading at $40.75. So that maybe tells you that even the normal Joe Soap in America is not so keen on buying goods. Maybe they buy the counterfeit ones, but this is maybe quite clear. Be careful about Nike, but only above, I think, $41.47. You can maybe look at it, but unfortunately, it will not give me a buy until it gives higher lows. Well, let's have a look at the counterpart. Everybody sometimes look away from Lululemon. I wrote about this share quite a while, and suddenly we see that there is maybe a higher low, but look at these trend lines. This trend lines just tell you one way. It's just selling off, selling off, selling off. Look at that. You can actually see that was a trend line showing you the downward movement, and there you are. There's the next one, and at least now we've seen now that there was something, a tiny little break above this line, and there you are. I think if we can get above and stay above $114, and we're now at 117, maybe Lululemon can maybe give us a surprise. But the same thing here. Look at it. Massive falling wedge. In actual fact, it looks like it's a downward slope into this falling wedge. So the best is to wait, unless you want to be brave enough and buy on this bullish candle, then buy above 117.65. Make use of a stop loss of, there you are, 104.44, and we can maybe go back to this 50-day moving average at $128.86. Well, let's have a look at one of the losers of the market. There's another one, Afrimat. We've covered that a few weeks ago, but let's have a look at SAPI for the moment. SAPI is under pressure. It's under immense pressure. This share, I think, is probably heading for a rights issue sometime. The momentum, look at that, just one way to the downside. It just goes down and down and down and down. Remember, this is a cyclical company. Cyclical companies, to do that, when it falls hard, and you cannot believe it can go that low. But on the other hand, if it starts to gain momentum to the top, the same thing here, it will take you all the way to the top. So where will you look at SAPI? I think only when this resistance line turns into support. That will be above R10.46. And if it really gets going, that 50-day moving is a long way up. So if you do buy there, make use of your stop loss of R9.31. And by the way, there's a little gap here. I've got there's two gaps just on the nearby chart. There's two gaps. The one is sitting between R14.23. That will close at R14.46. That one opens up R14.23. Sorry, there you are. That one opens up again at R15.59, and it will close at R15.88. So long and hard work for SAPI. But if I look at these kind of shares and charts, I always remind myself on a share like Sasol. We called it many years ago on Talking Technical, We couldn't believe that Head and Shoulder will play out. What did he do? It did play out. It went rock bottom. Nobody could believe it. A lot of people actually thought that the company will go under or come out of a massive right issue. They did not. They eventually turned the company around and things looked much better. And in factual fact, Sasol was one of the top performers currently for this year. Well, and then of course PPC. Let's have a look at PPC. I mean, there's still rumors of that company that wants to buy PPC. I think it's Heidelberg, but the momentum is clearly to the upside. But what I do see here, I see a tiny little double top here. It closed this gap and it did not find support there. That makes me a little bit nervous. So I will get very nervous on PPC if it gets below 7 Rand 72, because if this share starts to lose momentum, we can easily go back to this support resistance line and just see here, this 50-day moving average is spot on in the middle of these supports resistance, so it can easily maybe pull back to 7 Rand if PPC starts to lose momentum. So maybe time to lock in your profits, but the warning sign on a technical basis, only on a daily chart, will be below 7 Rand and 72 cents. Well, let's do another one. I think a lot of people would like to know about Astral Foods. Let's do another one. Astral, there you are. Astral Foods under pressure. The maize price is under pressure. Their input costs are not that under pressure, but they did warn the other day and said, listen, our input costs are starting to worry us. But what do we see? We see probably a double bottom happening here. That is positive. But where's my first sign of strength? Will only be above that little line there. Let's just draw it straight through. Then you can see. And where will the double top come into play? Above that line. And there you are. So if you want to look at Astral and things starts to turn for the better, then look at it above 245 Rand. Make use of a stop loss of a little bit of a big stop loss, 232.40, and then it can maybe go all the way up and reach for this level for 259.77. Only then the double bottom will kick in and it can take the share all the way up to 274.29. So once again, thank you for visiting the website www.fransdeklerk.com to become a subscriber, and thank you for watching the show. All the best, and we will chat again.